Clementines Nightmare is exactly what an NFT game should be. The project has hype, it has a stacked team, and crazy partnerships. Let me jump in and break it down for you. So when it comes down to Clementine's Nightmare, it is based around this character here, Clementine, and her dreams and nightmares, and essentially that's all the characters that are in her dreams and nightmares. Now, it is a free-to-play, play-to-earn game. Now, what is good about the free-to-earn, play-to-earn game is that the team actually want people to be able to monetize the effort and time gone into the game. Now, when it comes down to the drop, they are doing it in two different phases. Now, phase one is a whitelist pre-sale only, and there's going to be 5,000 assets, and this is essentially the Genesis collection. Afterwards, there is the public sale, and there's going to be an additional 10,000. Now, with this game isn't going to come out like a month after. This game has been in the works for years. So if you are going to get into this project, don't expect this kind of to happen and whip up straight away. So keep that in mind when I'm kind of continue through this video. Now, what makes this project super bullish is they've partnered with Petrolad. Now, these guys have done amazing, incredible work. They've worked on crazy titles before. So this is what I kind of see as super bullish vibes and news about this project, and why they're actually going to hold up their end of the bargain when it comes down to what they're actually doing, because they've done it before. They've partnered with the right people that have done it before, so it essentially can't fail. Now, you are going to have to do your own research because this isn't financial advice. Nothing can always go 100% to plan, but the fact that the team is stacked and they've got these stacked partnerships, that's really good. Now, when it comes down to the team, I can't actually show you this video because it was on Twitch, but Henry Chen has kind of covered it. Here are the founders, their docs. They actually did an AMA kind of thing on Twitch, which was great because you could hear them speak and you could see the team. So big shout out to Henry, because it's kind of not online, so I can't show it. So it's good that he kind of covered it back then. Now, getting down to some of the basic stats, they've got 63,000 followers on Twitter, and then in their Discord, they've got 40,000 members. So currently, right now, they are gaining momentum. Everything's moving up. With Clementine's Nightmare, they actually launched with a closed Discord. And what this did is it meant that they could engage with the community and the people that were in there very tightly and very closely, to ensure that when people like myself kind of spoke to them, we could get quality information. We weren't just dipping in and out and just going, hey, here's a new project. We were being educated, we were being walked through the process, which meant that we could wholly understand their vision and their goal, which meant that we could then communicate that with you and people that are watching videos, because they have a very structured way about how they want to launch this game and launch this project, and they want to ensure that everyone that's involved is kind of a long-term holder. They see the vision and they're along for that ride. So that's why they've done it this way. And you might look at a 3D sort of hype project and go, hey, they've got 120,000 followers on Twitter, they're going to blow up. But the fact that the way that the Clementines team have actually rolled this out and executed this is absolutely insane, to ensure that everyone is aligned on the project's goal and vision. Now, this is a good time to check in on the roadmap. We've got the phase one, which is the essentially the pre-sale aspect of it. Then we've got phase two, which is the public sale. But then they're going to be doing airdrops on the build up to the game, because they're not trying to rush out this game. They want to make sure that it is on point. So what they're doing to keep the community engaged and then kind of keep building around this is they're going to be doing these airdrops, which is good and great, and it'll kind of build some awareness. Now, what they want to do, and I think this is super smart, is they're going to have the PC game, the alpha and the beta, and they're going to have their in-game token, which is crucial for what they actually want to do, which helps you monetize the effort that you put into the game. But eventually, they want to then put out a mobile game. Now, the reason that I find this really great is that I know mobile gaming gets a lot of hate, but if you can put the game in front of people and it's free to play, in front of a larger audience, and a lot of people have a smartphone, it then opens up the sort of gateway, like the floodgates into the project. And the more people that are playing the game, the more people that are actually kind of in this, the better your chances of actually kind of getting value out of being an early adopter will actually show. Because if there are millions of people playing this game on PC and mobile, and you're one of the first early adopters, you're then going to have a lot of value when it comes down to the project. Now, I don't want to be talking about floor price and how this is kind of going to run out, but the idea that you can be in and be essentially one of the 15,000 people that are in this game, playing this game, that are the original, the OGs essentially, which then means that when there are sort of hundreds of thousands or millions playing this game, be it on PC or mobile, you are then going to have that sort of that weight and that value because you're holding one of these NFTs. Now, this is another segue onto why this team is super smart and how they're actually doing this launch and this drop. The fact that they're doing the phase 1 launch, which is the 5,000, this is super smart and it's whitelist only. And the people that are whitelisted are long-term holders. These people aren't going to flip it. These want to hold it. When it comes down to this project for me, I'm going to hold this long-term. This is a long-term hold for me. So they're going to do this, which will keep the floor very high because people won't want to sell, they won't want to flip, which then builds up this hyper momentum for the public sale. So in my mind, because I've been in this space for a long time, this release strategy is building up to kind of keep a really tight, high floor, which then means that when the public sale comes in, even more awareness is garnered because people can kind of see what they had previously done with the 5,000, and then people that may not be aware of it or have been aware of it but don't want to be educated, they see the flaw and they go, okay, I really need to investigate this because there is a monetary aspect that could be gained from this project, which is absolutely insane. I think that release strategy is on point. Now, something I want to touch on in the game is they've essentially got factions. Now, these aren't good guys, bad guys, or things like that. These are just like different groups that will fight each other and be against each other. Now, when you join the Discord, you just don't kind of, you do the verification, but they also want you to join a faction. Now, you've got Rebels, Nightmares, Misfits, Dreams, and Beasts. Now, what this does is it starts to build a bit of tribalism within the sort of server itself. So you kind of have the faction, but you have a group to belong to. And these factions are what actually are going to be released into the project itself, which is great because you're starting to kind of be along for the journey and the ride and start to identify with particular factions, which then I feel will build a tighter relationship with the NFTs that you hold, and then you may actually want to trade to get into a faction that you want. So it starts to build like the in-game currency they want to do. It's going to start to build this kind of community where people want to be a part of one faction or not a part of the other, and that kind of thing, which is really good. So this is a great segue into the giveaway because I'm giving away 3 whitelists to Clementines Nightmare. Head over onto their Discord, have a look, have a read through these factions, decide what faction you would like to join, and then drop that in the comments below. I've actually joined the Beast because I'm a beast myself. When you are in the comments below, what I want you to do is go, hey Nate, I joined, and then whatever faction it is. This will then mean that I know that you've watched this video, you've actually considered what faction you wanted to join, and then they will go into the running for the whitelist giveaway. This also means that people that are just kind of clicking on this and trying to kind of game the system, like, hey, yeah, I want to join, I want the whitelist, they actually need to watch this video, they need to actually consider it. So because you've watched this far and you've gotten to this point, you're going to actually have a better chance at getting that whitelist. And then a little side note, maybe put your Twitter handle in the comment as well. So if you do win, I can actually reach out to you and then get your details over to the guys to get you onto that whitelist. What I think we should also do right now is in the comments below, also add another comment that says, hey, the whitelist giveaway is at, and then put in a timestamp that's after this timestamp to then confuse those people that are just looking to skip straight towards it, because I think that's a real good way to kind of troll them. So let's have a bit of fun with them below. Anyway, back into it. So before I talk about my strategy when it comes down to Clementine's Nightmare, having a look at some of these artwork, you can see the detail that they've gone into and the story that they want to craft. They want to create a narrative, which I think is very important because a game is a storytelling technique. You're not just playing because you want to kind of get points. You're playing because you want to be immersed in a world, something different, something new. And the design language of what they're actually doing here is crazy. When you have a look at sort of the characters that are going to be in the game, it's high detail characters. It's got this Nightmare Before Christmas type vibes. It's very familiar. It's very high quality, and it sucks you into the story. It's very colorful, it's very vibrant, and it just sucks you into the project. Now look, without giving out financial advice, the reason that this for me is a long-term hold is the fact that the team are super competent, they're doxed. What they want to do is they want to create a game, and they're using NFTs to assist in the sort of community building and the storytelling of the game. They aren't creating an NFT and then creating a game. They're creating a game and then using an NFT as a way to kind of build onto that. And when I heard that, this is just what kind of struck it with me, because they are gamers first, and they're incorporating NFTs as a way to assist in that. They're not trying to create the NFT to then build the game afterwards. This is in development. So that's why this is a long-term hold, because they've got a clear vision that they want to execute, and they want to execute it perfectly. And I think that this is how gaming NFTs should be. They should be game first, NFT to assist in the game, not NFT first to then develop a game afterwards. And that's what I think we are seeing similar kind of vibes when it comes down to projects like My Pet Hooligan, where the fact that there was a competent team, they're putting this together. And if you have a look at the price and the reception of My Pet Hooligan, that is something that I believe we're going to be seeing with Clementines Nightmare. Something that will have a high floor, because people will want to long-term hold this because they want to be a part of this and they want to see where it's going and be a part of that journey. And I think that over the longer term, as the game is rolled out and there are more users that come in, the use cases will become more apparent, and then you will be able to monetize the aspects of the game and holding the NFT in ways that we don't currently know right now, because I see this as not a 1 or 2 year hold. I see this as a 3, 4, 5 year hold. This looks like the kind of project that will have the longevity and the run that it needs to be. So it's the kind of one that you sort of lock away in the vault and you hold for a long time. So what I implore you to do is jump in, follow them on Twitter, jump into their Discord and have a look around, because this is one of those projects that you're going to look back on in 6 months time and be like, hey, I could have had the chance to get in on that, but you didn't. This looks like it is a AAA game that is going to come out that is incorporating NFTs, which is what I'm all about. So if you found value in this video, please consider hitting that subscribe button. And while you're down there, also hit up the like button. As always, it's been a pleasure having you with me. I look forward to seeing you in the next one.